My girlfriend is coming.
Looks like you could use a smile. Come a little closer and I'll carve one for you.
Got the speaker to work. Made a fucking mess.
Warning. Stand back. Maximum voltage.
My passenger here agrees. The OG batteries. They've been in here since 2013.
Need a light in the darkness? Nothing burns brighter than a child's soul. My lamp with the lights of the pure, the innocent, and the oh so young.
This button's not good. I think the button just gave out.
Come out of the darkness. Come into the light of my lamp. There's always room for another lost soul. Deep into the lantern of stolen souls, you'll be safe and warm with all the other little children.
Cat.
Why does my lamp burn so brightly? It's where the souls of innocent
And it's not going again.
The spirits of lost children! Get them while they're hot and crunchy! Need a light in the darkness? Nothing burns brighter than a child's soul. I fill my lamp with the light of the pure, the innocent, and the oh so young. Come out of the darkness. Come into the light of my lamp. There's always room for another lost soul. Gaze deep into the lantern of stolen souls. You'll be safe and warm with all the other little children. Why does my lamp burn so brightly? It's where the souls of innocence meet the flames of hell.
Step back. No, wait. Come closer. Much closer.
Oh,
Let me breathe in your blood.
the mouthpiece slipped up right here. Ugh.
I need nourishment. I must feast. And the only blood I smell is yours. You should not have come here. Now I will follow you until you give me what I need. Come, let me listen to your heartbeat. Oh, so strong, so alive. It will be mine. No, step back. No, wait. Come closer. Much closer. Let me breathe in your blood.
God.
Scary night. Are you ready? What if I said no? Then how would you like your wings clipped? Not so much. You're flapping and get ready to fly. It's going to be dark outside. ready? What if I said no? Then how would you like your wings clipped? Not so much. You're flapping and get ready to fly.
It's going to be dark outside.
Listen to me, my little winged friend. Put your fairy face on and button up that beak. Quick! Into the night, my raven in flight. We'll be out to scare everyone with fright. I'll be watching from a tree. No, you won't. You'll listen to me. I'll swoop down and scare them well, so I can cast an evil spell. We're going to be out tonight.
Oh, you look so happy. We'll soon put a stop to that. What a mouth-watering aroma. You smell like fear, and I exist for fear. That's right. Come closer. I want to see you and smell you before I taste you. You're close enough to count my teeth. Remember that number, because I plan on sinking half of them into your neck.
Yep, her head's messed up. She's missing the whole piece. Alright, so here's the Scarecrow. He doesn't have the bowl, he stopped working for the bowl, so he's not going to come with the bowl. He only works on step pad as far as I know. And his volume knob is very glitchy, barely ever works. You can see it's loose. And then this part right here is detached. So yeah. And of course now he's not working at all. The step pad's broken, so I guess that's why. Okay, well, I don't have a step pad, so now I can't test him. But I'm gonna miss riding with him in my car.
Just gotta fix his clothes a little bit. It's as good as it's gonna get, despite how crooked it is.
Warning.
Okay, so here is all of the stuff that I got from Jordan. As you can see, lots of it just looks like junk, but it's not. So, where do we start? So, we'll start with this. This is Cemetery Angel's inside mechanism, like the mouth, as you can see, and the eyes. I took this out of the head because a lot of these Cemetery Angels, including my own personal one, were pretty dry rotted. And I have pottery plaster and foam, like the polyurethane foam. So I filled the head with, well, I haven't filled Jordan's head yet. I'm going to, but I filled the Cemetery Angel that belongs to me. I filled that head with foam. It's been sitting like that for a while, and I'm going to mold it with plaster and make essentially a mold where there won't be any issues, there won't be any dry rotting, and I can just paint it up like the original color, put the eyes on, and be done. I don't have the head in here, the actual latex part. It's in my room. But anyways, so there's that. Now these right here are the two modules for the two Rising Witches, or the Cauldron Witches that Jordan also sent me. I do have the bottoms to these. I just don't have them right here. This one is actually for the Rising Reaper with the pumpkin. This one's actually in really good shape. I did test this one, and it does work. The volume works, but it doesn't work perfectly. It cuts out a little bit, so I'm thinking there's the volume. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, geez, that's really dark. No, it's not. Geez. I don't know if you can see it. This camera has a hard time focusing, but that little black thing right there where my finger was pointing, that's the volume transistor, and that probably needs to be replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that, and this guy will be working. I also need to figure out where this wire goes. But anyway, this does work. The rising mechanism also works. I do have the rising mechanism, I just don't have it here. But I'll get some video of that. Now here's something, actually, you know what? I want to bring this back in. So this is the Rising Reaper base. This is an actual legitimate Evil Cauldron Witch base. This base and this base share the exact same components. They're exactly the same. For instance, you can't see it because, again, this camera does not focus very well. But right there, in the corner right there, there's a code on it that says DS138D-1. Now on this one, the board's flipped over, but if you flip it over, let's see, right here, it says the exact same thing. And also, this one has these pinholes. Right there, as you can see, all those pinholes. This one also has all the pinholes. This chip has the capacitor right there, if you can even see that. Or, excuse me, a resistor. This one has the same exact resistor in the same spot. That's where it is, right there. You probably couldn't see that. But anyways, that's what's going on with these two. This one has a lot of wires off, but since these boards are exactly the same, like even the wires are the same. Look. The switch wires are green, black, and blue. Are the plug wires. And the plug wires on this one are also green, black, and blue. The actual wire harness, where you connect the rising mechanism, has a green, orange, black, white, brown, and red wire. This one also has a green, orange, green, orange, white, red, black, and brown wire. 2 blue wires for the speaker, 2 blue wires for the speaker, orange and black for the foot pad jack. This one actually uses an orange and white. I'm not sure why they went with that color. But anyways, all the other wires are pretty much the same. There are a couple jumper wires, though, that are here. but they don't look like they're in the right spot. Like this wire. This wire looks like it's been messed with before. I didn't see that particular wire here. But there is a couple jumper wires here, so those are probably the same spot. So these boards are pretty much exactly identical. I mean, there's no difference. There really isn't. Except for some of the wires that they use. Like this one's a white, this one's black and yellow, this one's white and red. It's, you know, little stupid stuff like that. But the boards are soldered up exactly the same. I've pretty much checked all the points. They're the same. So I can actually use this board to help fix this board. And I actually do have a... sorry, my camera shut off. But anyways, I have my Rising Reaper base, which is fully working. No wires are off or anything. I can use that to help fix these sound sensor wires. And again, they're exactly the same. So that's really cool. So both, and I do have both the mechanisms for these Cauldron witches, and I have both the witches. And they're not in too bad a shape. They need a little bit of TLC, but I have all the parts, which is really cool. Everything that's broken here, I actually have parts for. Like these transistors, I think both of these are bad. They just need to be replaced. I have parts for those, and I can also look up NTE equivalent parts to help fix those. So these will be fully working very soon, unless they're fried out for some odd reason, but they shouldn't be. The Rising Reaper one actually does work. But anyways, this right here is Dearly Departed. This one's got a couple issues. Number one, this is kind of loose right there. It's got zip ties holding it on, but it is a little jank. So I'm going to try to fix this right here. The other thing this was having a problem with was when the body was rising, it would shut off and then reset. And I figured out that here on the body, this is the rising mechanism. So you have the eye wires, right? There's two LEDs. There's an LED right there and an LED right there. There are 4 wires connecting this. There's... Okay, well anyways. Okay, yeah, here they are. So there's one right there and one right there. These 2 wires were touching the metal pole that this thing rises on. The metal pole right there. They were touching that and slowly shorting it out until it would reset. And so I'm going to go ahead and fix those wires. I'm also going to tape this back up, and I kind of ripped the cloth a little bit, so I might also sew this back up as well. I have some pretty strong upholstery thread that can fix that. But otherwise, she's working really good. She's very quiet. I need to fix the sound. I'm not sure if the transistor's bad or if the speaker's bad, but I'm going to fix that. I also have an extra battery compartment from one of my Rising from the Graves, so I'll put that on here. But other than that, the Rising is working, the sound is working, and the eyes are working, and the tombstone splitting gearbox right here. This is also working too. So, and I have the face for it, I just haven't glued it on yet. I gotta go get some more hot glue gun sticks. But anyways, so that's that. This right here is, I also got this from Jordan, the giant jumping spider. Now what was wrong with this one is the relay switch is not hitting the actual relay. I'm sorry. It's very late. The relay switch lobe is not hitting the relay switch itself. It was slipping out of place. So I'm going to put some glue right there, some hot glue, and fix that. And also, too, the speaker is literally like a boat now. I mean, you could sail this across the Pacific and back. So, and it's very quiet, so I have extra replacement speakers, and I can't even move it. I can barely move it. So this speaker will be replaced. And then the spider also has some issues. It's going to get re-glued and whatnot, which this is actually kind of cool. This is Jumping Zombies setup, where he's got this big flat bar with the 2 poles with the one here that's not bent. The Jumping Spider just has these 2, and then the one, and then just one pole connecting it all. That's what makes this different. But this one has 2, and there's a piece of hook and loop fastener material here And that's what the spider sits on, and the spider's just glued down. So if you guys are ever running into problems with your giant jumping spiders, if you happen to own one, a jumping zombie mechanism will fix all this. If this is all broken or shattered or having issues, a jumping zombie base will fix this. So that's pretty cool. Wires all look good. And then this right here is the second jumping zombie base that Jordan owned. This is broken, which I don't care. I can easily replicate this out of steel. And I actually did test it. There are a couple wires that are off. There's those two relay switch wires, which when you connect the bare wires together, it does stop the motor. And then there was another wire that was off somewhere in here, right there. And so I'm going to fix those wires. This actually does work fully. The only issue is the sound card is very loose, so I'm going to probably put some glue on that. And for those of you, let me turn my light on and for those of you that want to do animatronic repairs, one thing you have to watch out for a lot of these jumping characters, especially the zombies and the lurching vampires and whatnot, is the sound card. So the sound card is not held on very well. It's literally held on with those points of solder, this card right here. And what happens is over time, as this thing is jumping and shaking around like this, that card gets looser and looser and it wobbles back and forth, and that can actually destroy the connections on your jumping props and your lurching vampires. I've seen it happen on a couple lurching vampires where this cracked and it got loose like that over time, and it just ended up wearing the chip out. So if you guys are going to do repairs on these, make sure you check that. This one's actually very loose, so I'm not going to touch it anymore because it does work. If this is worn out and the sound card points are gone, what you can actually do is you can take that card out and then solder individual wires to the individual points right there, and then solder those wires to the actual slave board here. I think that's what it's called. That way this will work again. I've done it on Lurching Vampire. My Lurching Vampire has that same thing where I took the sound card off, soldered individual little wires, and then soldered all those wires to this, from the sound card to the board. So that's a nice little neat, nifty trick. I do have parts to fix all this. Like I have springs from other Rising from the Graves. I also have the cover pieces here, the spring cover pieces. So I do have parts to fix all these. I'm just not sure what to do with this one. Oh. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to use a screwdriver to take that off. But I guess I found a battery cover for that, so that's cool. So yeah, this is just kind of what I've been working on. I haven't actually started working on these yet. I just got back from a vacation. And it was very fun and relaxing. And so now I'm going to start working on these. I'm going to get them going. The Cauldron Witches, I don't have the Cauldrons. But when Halloween time comes around, normally Halloween and Party City sell those big jumbo cauldrons. I'm going to get a couple of those and throw the witches in them. I might actually modify these bases because these have almost had it. I mean, on this side, look how cracked and junky that is.
Okay, so I have the dearly departed kind of fixed. The LEDs work. She rises up and down. The tombstone splits. Her sound sensor doesn't work, so either she doesn't have one and it was removed or taken out, it's broken, or it never came with one. Because she actually works really well. The only thing that's a bit iffy is her sound, but I'm going to fix that tomorrow. And I glued her head back, and I fixed the wires for the eyes. So she's working pretty good. I really like this one. It's very unique. I wish the tombstone closed better, because it doesn't close very well. But that's okay. She's still really cool. At this point, I'm just waiting for her to go off. She has a 1.5 minute timer, so. This is, you can hear the volume is very low. So see, that was a huge gap. But yeah, so that's the first progress update of Dearly Departed. The next one is going to be her volume working much better, and then she'll be fixed, kind of. She'll be as fixed as she's going to get right now, but she still works good. So anyways, so I'm inside Dearly Departed, and here is the old speaker that came out. This is the new one, but listen to this. When the whole thing goes up and down, it makes noise. And that should not be happening. It should be smooth. Like this. You don't hear any grinding. This one's grinding. So this speaker was no good. So I'm putting this new one in, and it sounds really good. And that sounds much better than the older speaker. So I'm quite pleased with it.
Why did this happen to me? I'm coming back for you. You did this to me. You put me here. I'll make you pay.
What is this, the chaotic animatronic screening? Anyways, so yeah, she's working pretty good. Her volume's very loud, as you heard, and there's no more problems. So hopefully she's gonna last. Don't mind all the background noise. Sweet. Also, why does it sound like she's saying my arm is broken? My arm is broken. Okay, anyways. Alright, let's activate her. There we go. This is for the Rising Witch's base. As you can see, her eyes are working. The mechanism just went up, and then it'll go back down. Look at that. So if I can figure out the volume, this Rising Witch will work. And this one does work too. Just no volume. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to be working on, we got the Dearly Departed working, so now we're going to be working on the Cauldron Witch base and the Rising Reaper base right here. The Cauldron base and the Rising Reaper base, like I said before, they share the exact same board. So both of these circuit boards are set up exactly the same. So I just need to go in here, figure some things out, do some adjusting, solder some wires. As you can see, I got the soldering iron on right there, and we're going to get this all fixed up and going. Okay, so here is an update on the Cauldron Witch. This is the actual Cauldron Witch's base. This LED was disconnected and it fell inside the eye, so I drilled a really big hole and took it out. The eye is okay. And then the actual rising piece that this was connected to, I cut it out. And I took a 1-inch piece of PVC and I cut it to about this length and I glued it in. Well, I didn't cut it to about this. I cut it to this length, and then I glued it in and I glued the wire to it. So this is the new connector for her. And then that piece right there is going to go in here, and then there's going to be a self-tapping screw that's going to go right through this and through that piece, and then it's going to hold on really well. So. And that's going to be how I disconnect and connect the head, if I choose to. I probably won't, because it's going to be sitting on a cauldron anyways. I don't have a cauldron for her, but I'll have to get one when the Party City, I don't know, when they start making the big cauldrons. But anyways. And her rising mech was also not working. It wasn't going down. There were some loose connections in the on the board. But anyways, you can see. So this will just be glued into her socket right there, hot glued. Look at that. That gearbox heckin' needs a new gear. Very sound sensitive too.
Okay, so anyways, I'll get gluing the eye back. I'll put this in, and then I'll probably glue the hair on, and the hat too, because it's kind of falling off, kind of like the other one is, like that one right there. So, anyways, I'll be back. All right, and here she goes. Yeah, that other eye is. It's not the greatest. Jeez, it's dark. There we go. There we go. So yeah, she's working pretty good now. All I need to do is get a cauldron for her, and she'll be good to go. There it is. Now it's lighting up a little more. Hot glue must be warming it up. And here we go. Sorry for the... There we go. Sweet.
You're fine. What the fuck?
Maybe you think about it, tattoo your thigh, you know what I mean, at our age, it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? We could do that and actually get away with that.
That's right. Come closer. I want to see you and smell you before I taste you.
I'm starting to not want to sell them now. But he kind of sucks at working. I think the adapter is shitty. I gotta change out the adapter. Oh, his adapter connection is loose. That's so cool that he works, though.
What a mouth-watering aroma. You smell like fear, and I exist for fear.
Oh my god. This hand is just hanging.
What a mouth-watering aroma! You smell like fear, and I exist for fear.
I can't get him to start up again now. I think this is, like, not right. What the fuck?
What a mouth-watering aroma! You smell like fear, and I exist for fear. That's right. Come closer. I want to see you and smell you before I taste you.
It takes a while to start up sometimes, like a minute.
You're close enough to count my teeth. Remember that number, because I plan on sinking half of them into your neck.
$20 an hour.
Oh.